4 small bean plants here. I'm getting a handful. Nice beans every few days. These little ones in here, they'll be big in a few days. I'll get a handful tonight. Look at this. Some rippers in there. Just cut a handful off. Nice handful of beans for dinner. 16th of December. Cucumbers. The salads are all coming along nicely. Zucchinis. Had a couple of good zucchinis off it already. Geez, they're nice. There's my corns. Coming along nicely. Pumpkin. Capsicum plants. A lot of snow peas. Potatoes are kicking ass. A couple of them starting flowers, purple flowers on there, so that'll be the purple potatoes. And a flower on my chilli plant. And my tomatoes are starting to kick along. Brown onions have bolted, so I'm going to cut these flowers off the top, otherwise they turn fibrous and a bit woody like the carrots in the centre. This part here, the main stem with the flower here, down through the centre in the bulb there, it gets sort of hard. So I'll leave a couple of them flowers on just to get the seeds, and we'll cut the rest off. Can leave them in the ground for a couple of weeks still and use them as we go. Bulbs will not continue to grow anymore once it starts to seed. I mean, little Australian garlics here are starting to get the hard neck form here. This is where the flower will come from. Produces the seeds. What I'm going to do is go along and cut all these off so all the nutrient goes into the bulbs and the bulbs will grow a little bit bigger. Okay, if you notice the top of your plants are getting eaten and there's holes through it, it'll be these buggers here. There's a bit of pest control for you. Simply you on him while he's on there, because he's not going to be there for very long. And the white butterflies lay these. Alright, most of the time you'll find them on the bottom. underneath the leaves where it's a bit cooler. Check up a lot underneath. They usually like to sit up underneath these main ridges. Oh, there's one there. They get pretty big, these ones, if you leave them too long. I picked off some big fat juicy ones. They'll be just about ready to turn into a butterfly. And it's the white butterflies that lay these eggs. No more eat my veggie plants. That's a bit of pest control for you. Okay, fertilising corns. So I sprout the little white hairs out through the top. Now heaps more will come out, and this will produce into a corn here, inside there. This will be a cob. Now, fertilise these to make sure you get full corns. You'll notice on the top, this is where all the pollen comes from. Add a few, and if I shake that you might see a bit of pollen drop out. Now what I do is I cut these off. See, I'll cut the stem of that off. See how it dropped off the bottom of it? Alright, now the pollen will be coming out of there. Now what you do is you come over to where the white hairs are, shake the pollen on there, okay? And that's how you pollinate your corns. And you'll find you'll get thicker and juicier corns. I've done this last time 8 years ago when I had this veggie patch going, and it worked grouse every time. Every little corn kernel was full. Old corns were full. So if you don't do this, you'll have missing ones on your actual cob. So I've already cut the very top plug out. I'll put him up inside for drying, because sometimes you'll find that these are already gone and done, and these just start popping out and there's nothing to fertilise them. You won't get any corn. So I cut them off when they're hanging like that, because the pollen's there ready to go. Okay, little tip for you. And another good tip for you is to keep them in a bunch. Plant them in a square, so in that way they do get fertilised pretty good. But to make sure, do it the way I just showed you. Hey Sammy. Yep. Fungal problems on the zucchini plants. No! You can see some of those, I've cut most of them out now, they've got a grey mould coming on them. All these ones look pretty good, but if we get a close look, say that stem there, see a bit of a mould coming on there. We've cut most of it out already. And we'll mix up a spray on that to control that mould. There's the leaves I've cut off already, just before. Look at the mould on there. Now don't throw these in your compost bin, because it'll wreck your compost. That shit will just carry on. Get rid of them in the backyard. And that's how we can control our little problem we got going in there. Plus I've cut a lot of the leaves out of there already that look pretty bad. And that's aired it out a bit more. So we'll make up a spray and we'll get in there and give it a bit of a spray. Okay, fertilisation on the zucchinis. Same with the cucumbers, same with the pumpkins, butternut pumpkins, all those sort of pumpkins. Okay, you'll get a yellow flower here. You see it's got the fruit behind it. Okay, now when that flower's open, you will get a male stalk that comes out as well. Now, I haven't been so lucky on these ones yet to get any male flowers come off. When you get the male flower and that opens, you get the middle part out that has the pollen on it, and you stick it inside this flower when it's open, rub it around on the 5 little nodules you'll see inside there, and then she'll be pollinated and you will get a full zucchini. Same principle with cucumbers. Pumpkins and the butternut pumpkins. Helps you out a little bit with fertilising your plants so you get better fruits. All the best. Here's a sign the potatoes are forming up nicely. See the flowers there, they've died off and started dropping off. And here's something new I've never noticed before in potato growing. Where one of the flowers was, look at that. Now I'm not sure, that could be a potato seed. If anybody out there knows, give us a yell in the comments below. Here's a biggie sort of one. No more kale for you. Alright, these are the onions I cut the stems off here, flowers off about a few days ago. I used one that day, now I'll use another one today. I'll just pull it out. I'll take him in and I'll show you what to do. Okay, there's our onions. Should really cut the flowers, the flower part off when it was starting to come out. Onions probably got bigger. Now we're going to do is cut it down this way, lengthways. So inside this hard bit will come out. That's no good to eat, it's too fibrous. It's like chewing on a piece of towel. But this here, the rest of the onion here, that's all fine to eat. Not bad. Here's the culprits.